Two committee them na the Salon Parliament, the Committee on Mines and Mineral Resources and the Committee on Environment been get as them guest senior official them from the National Minerals Agency NMA and the Environment Protection Agency EPA Wednesday, April 5 na the Salon Parliament inside one meeting. This joint committee called them to parastatal them for no more but the latest development na the Valunia Chiefdom gold mining area na both districts. Beside the Algon Resources Mining Company don they do exploration for the past 3 years now. This meeting na for continue one meeting where them committee been don start on this same issue last month April, and the chairman for the Committee on Mines and Mineral Resources, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, talk more about the purpose of this particular meeting.
Our rival clients, many tongues have been wagging, that's the object of today's meeting, over Valunia Children Baumau mines. Naysayers want to hear negative, positive and patriotic-minded Sierra Leoneans. We want to see mining boom, because I will tell you, Section 7 of Sierra Leone's 1991 Constitution encourages every Sierra Leonean that if only we can harness the natural resources, which include gold, bauxite, titanium, diamond, we are bound to have a resilient, very resilient economy. And that is the whole goal. It is challenging to now check the statistics of the proceeds that we do have for mining years back. Mining used to account for about 25% of our GDP. As it turned out, with the advent of COVID-19, it's dwindled and shrinking. As it turns out, this mining sector used to employ at least 300,000 people, including family members. We're having challenge.
We are here also to further dive into the activities of environment and also enemy, to see what happened and the way forward. So please feel confident that whatever discussion you are going to do will be noted and also actions will be taken. We rely on you, because as partners, you will not misinform these particular committees. In the event that happen, then as the leader said, we will take necessary action, because when you lie before the committee, then there's a charge for that, which also have some punishment.
As you first hear from the chairman for the Committee on Mines and Mineral Resources, Honorable Lamina, MP them want to know why EPA don't give EIA license when an environment impact assessment license to different and new mining company when a FG Gold at the Valunia gold mining area, and not give the mining company we don't do exploration at this area for some time now when at the Algon Resources. The head of EPA, Dr. Bondi Gevao, talk about the different mining company them where we don't express interest for mine gold at the Valunia concession, and the process them where we don't go through so far.
6 different companies expressed an interest in the Baumau concession. I think the first company I was aware of was called Algon. Algon did exploration, and they did the issue studies, but you are very aware of the problems they had with the community. 5 other companies, Kwabena Resources, Zaojin Mining, FG Gold, also expressed an interest in that concession. And whenever we got an application from these companies, we informed them about the interests that have been expressed by other companies. And we refer them to go back to the NMA to iron out these conflicts, because the board of the EPA asked the EPA to ensure there are no conflicts over concessions before a license application is taken to the board.
But by all this, Dr. Bondi Gevao, the head of EPA, say na just one of the different mining company them we apply succeed for get EIA license when at the FG Gold. But the big question now, what about the Algon Resources Mining Company? We be done to do exploration at this area, and this is the next question what the Joint Committee asked the head of EPA.
Algon's application had issues. They submitted the issue to the EPA, and the mining method that they intended to deploy needed OMS barrels. They were intending to use cyanide in the process of gold. So I told them that cyanide is a class A poison. If you drop some cyanide in our drinking water supply, I think, there won't be a freezer. So I advise them they should seek national security clearance. The Mines Oversight Committee had a meeting in Valunia Chiefdom, and there was a lot of hostility from the Valunia community to Algon. And my team, I was prepared to send in my team to do a public disclosure for a company for which the community has shown so much grievance against.
The previous companies that were there had a mining license. So when Algon was granted an exploration license, the people were not happy about that, because obviously that means that they will not be having their surface lanes and other facilities that the previous companies were providing for them. That notwithstanding, we invited Algon to do a presentation to us about their mining plans, because for 2 years they were just renewing their exploration license for a concession that we know is well explored. So they promised us that they will apply for a mining license as soon as possible, but that did not happen. And the sad thing for them is they allowed their exploration license to expire. And as soon as your exploration license expires, it means there is a fair playing field now for other companies to come in. And when their exploration expired, we had applications for three companies, namely Algon themselves and Kelvin Resources, and then of course FG Gold.
But the head of EPA and NMA not been just worker from this committee and go. As one member of this joint committee, Honorable Dr. Mark Mahmoud Kaloko asked them some critical question them, and so it been happening.
When NMA, even though I am not seeing you as having the requisite mandate giving this committee the report, because you are not a participant to the decision, but now you are reporting to us, and we will not get the feedback. The feedback of the director of mines is not before us here, based on the decision that you are reporting to us. But when did their license expire? When did their license expire? Algon, that's precipitated other companies, that's given the playing field for other companies to come on board in terms of application for the granting of license. That's it. Then EP your report, your submission. If you look at the number one company, you will it on to asking it to sort clearance from MDAs. But he did not do. He did not do to the second. Why? Why the halfway? The first one, you will it from the start to advising it to sort clearance from the MDAs. But when you come to the second company, you only stopped at the ground something is yet to be conducted. So we want to know why the halfway. The same thing when you come to, that's it I think. And you, in your submission, both of you, you mentioned about a strange relationship that existed between Algon and the community. What were your intervention as entities that have the mandates or the policies, the drivers of those policies? What were your intervention?
For round up this important meeting, the chairman for the Committee on Mines and Mineral Resources, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, said been get some question where he been asked the EPA boss, Dr. Bondi Gevao.
For us to be on the same page, answer this question for me, yes or no, at the end of the day. From there, it will take us to another step. Number one, the mining companies in question, did they all reply that they actually want to mine our mining environment? The mining companies in question, did they apply so that all of us can be on the same page? Did they actually apply both to EPO or NMO? Did they apply that they want to mine our mines area?
Yes.
If they apply, did you reply them?
Yes.
If they reply, what did your screening lead them to in terms of categorization? Did you look at the ecological sensitivity of those areas?
Yes, we did.
Yes,
we did.
You look at the ecological sensitivity of those areas. In as much as we give out, we want to look at for incoming generations. That's my concern. And number three is the scoping reports. In those scoping reports, did you look at mitigation measures, the impact, it took the impacts and their intentions into mind? What am I asking? So that all of the MPs there will be on the same page, and you, and even for members of the public. At the EPA level, did you review all of those reports?
Yes, we did.
I'm coming. Did you look at a full-blown EIA study report of the community in question very, very well?
Yeah.
We come to a public disclosure. Do you also take into consideration of satisfaction or dissatisfaction and social issues of the people in that community?
Yeah.
The social issues in that community? I can vividly recall that while we are there some 6 months ago, the issue of community barrier came up, the issue of PHU, small school came up, the issue of school came up. I can still vividly remember. Did you also take those into consideration?
Yes, we did.
Really? Did you look at the safety issues for the future? Really?
Yes.
Now, did you also take into consideration the corporate and the social responsibility? Gentlemen, I'm talking to EPA and NMA. Did you also take all of those into consideration?
Yes, we did.
On that note, the issue of Algon, the issue of FG Gold, the issue of Kwabena resources comes to mind very clearly, and you shall definitely hear from the committee. The meeting stands adjourned.
Sinada.
The chairman for the Committee on Mines and Mineral Resources, Honorable Sir Emerson Lamina, been end this meeting and said the committee will communicate with the EPA and NMA, the committee in decision and action on this matter and waiting for be the way forward. For Salon Parliament Eye on Gla TV Online, Mina Ablagla, the report.